Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Today I am going to talk about Upanishads, that too Taittiriya Upanishad. It contains a lot to discuss. Therefore, I made it two parts. Now I am going to discuss the first part. After the prayer, let us start. नमो श्वशिरसे तुभ्यं वेदाभरणरूपिणे अग्नयेऽग्निपते तुभ्यं ज्योतिषां पतये नमः. There are 108 Upanishads totally. Among them, we consider 10 major Upanishads. They are ईशकेन कठप्रश्न मुण्डमाण्डूक्यतित्तिरिः ऐतरेयञ्च चान्दोग्यं बृहदारण्यको यथा. That means Ishopanishad, Kenopanishad, Katopanishad, Prashnopanishad, Mundakopanishad, Mandukyopanishad, Taittiriyopanishad, Taittiriya Upanishad, Chandogyopanishad, Brihadaranyaka. These are the 10 major Upanishads. These are giving us the detailed description of Vedas. It also gives how to lead our life peacefully and amicably. We can understand the essence of Vedas of 4 Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda and Atharveda through Upanishads. Upanishads are called Vedantas, ending of Vedas. Let us see in detail. First Taittiriya Upanishad, first part. First section, first Anuvaka. It contains peace chants. The utterance of these chants propitiates the gods. The spiritual paths are rendered smooth through their grace. All obstacles will be removed. You will have a good health and a good meditation. Section 2, Anuvaka 2. Though the meaning of the text of the Upanishad is important, correct pronunciation of the mantra is critical. The power of the mantra lies in the sound and not in the text. Incorrect pronunciations rob the efficiency of the mantra and in the worst case may lead to disastrous consequences. For this reason, in the early days, learning Sanskrit is not merely reading books but chanting it under the guidance of an experienced guru. 3 section Anuvaka 3. It teaches on how to meditate on the combination of words. The word Samhita refers to conjunction of 2 words or 2 letters of the Vedic texts. While reciting Vedic chants, the students get deeply involved in reciting and they find it difficult to direct their mind on the meaning of the texts that they are reciting. In order to draw the mind from the sound to the text, the mind is made to meditate over some symbolic significance given to the letters. Section 4, Anuvaka 4. It consists of mantras and rituals to be done by those who aspire or seek for divine knowledge and wealth. It starts with an invocation by the disciple praying for knowledge and worldly possessions. The prayer is addressed to Pranava, mean Omkara, the sound symbol of the Supreme Brahman. This Anuvaka also contains a prayer by the teacher. As water flows from high to low, as months join to become a year, let good disciples come to me from everywhere. All the different mantras and sacred texts are considered as different branch of expressions of the divine Om. Since no great merit can be acquired without self-purification, the utterance of the sacred pranava, that's Omkara, is recommended to purify the mind from all kinds of sins. Section 5 and Anuvaka also 5. In this section, the Upanishad teaches the secret of meditation on Brahman in the shape of Vyahritis. One can obtain self-realization by meditating on Vyahritis. The word Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Sruvaha, Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha and Satyam. These 7 are called even Vyahritis. Besides the 3 Vyahritis, Bhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, there is a 4th Vyahriti named Mahaha. It was discovered by Mahachamasya. The Vyahriti Mahaha is Brahman and it pervades all the other Vyavritis. Among the worlds, heaven, etc. are only the limbs of Mahaha, Maharloka. The Vyahriti Mahaha should be meditated upon in 4 different ways. Therefore, there are in all 4 times 16 aspects of Vyahritis. This kind of symbolic meditation of the Pranava, that is Shabda Brahman, is known as Pratika Upasana. Now, section 6, Anuvaka 6. The details of meditation are given in this 6th Anuvaka. The nature entity to be meditated, path by which Brahman can be attained, fruits of meditation and the way to meditate are explained. In the 5th Anuvaka, the object to be meditated upon is a symbol, the Vyahriti. In the 6th Anuvaka, the object of meditation is Brahman. Brahman pervades the entire body, the whole body. It is difficult for beginners to concentrate and meditate on this all-pervading body. Therefore, the rishis have prescribed the cavity of the heart as his seat. This will make the job of meditating on the Brahman easier for the beginners, because heart is also a vital center for the human being. Hence, it is regarded as the most suitable location for meditation on the Brahman. The heart is like a lotus with its head bent downwards. Here resides the Purusha, means Brahman. The Upanishad then goes on to describe how a yogi leaves his body at the time of his death. A very important nadi known as Sushumna Nadi, above the heart. The nadi is the path to reach Indra, the lower Brahman. It is the way for the realization of the Brahman. The yogi enters the Sushumna Nadi with the help of Udana Vayu and leaves the body, opening the skull. That is called Brahma Kapala. He then becomes one with the Hiranyagarbha. The nature of Atman is always described in our scriptures as of golden effulgence, electric brilliance, etc. Golden effulgence means Hiranyagarbha. This is done to import the idea that physical objects are perceived with the help of physical lights. In the same way, all perception becomes possible through the light of the Atman. Besides, it becomes very helpful for sadhakas to contemplate upon the Atman as a flame of light located in the inner region of the heart. Meditate upon Brahman as possessing the qualities described above. This is instruction of the spiritual perceptor Mahachamasya. Section 7, Anuvaka 7. The main objective of the universe of the Upanishad is to teach the highest truth that everything is Brahman. To make it easier, the aspirant is taken step by step towards this truth. In this Anuvaka, meditation is taught through a symbol of panktas or fivefold sets of objects. These fivefold sets are found both within the body and outside of world. The two should be contemplated as identical with each other. Together, they constitute the universe, which is a manifestation of Brahma. Now, Section 8, Anuvaka 8. This Anuvaka teaches meditation for superior students through the symbol Om. Earlier, we have seen meditation on Brahman through Vyabhriti utterances. It was followed by meditation on Brahman via panktas. Now, the Upanishad talks about meditation meant for the highest class of aspirants. You should meditate on the syllable Om is being Brahman. Om is a mere sound, and as such it is insentient in itself and cannot be conscious of the worshipper offered. Yet, as in the case of worship offered to an idol, the Lord is aware of the action of the worshipper. He will dispense the fruits to the sadhakas. Section 9, Anuvaka 9. In this 9th Anuvaka, the Shruti means Veda emphasizes that the study of the Vedas must be combined with the practice of prescribed duties in the form of Nitya and Naimittika karmas. A great emphasis is laid upon the study and also on the teaching of Vedas. He must be righteous and truthful. He should control his senses. Then he can worship the Lord. He should perform Agnihotra and honor guests. He should perform social duties, Adhibhuta, objects that are external and gross. Now, let us have some detailed discussion. They are prana. How many are there? Prana, Vyana, Apana, Udana, Samana. It contains 5. Loka Pankta. It also contains 5 as earth, sky, heaven, primary quarter, and 5th one, intermediate quarters. Devatas, they are also 5. Fire, air, sun, moon, stars. Bhutas, they are also 5. Water, herbs, forest trees, space, Atman. Senses, it also contains 5 types. Eyes, ears, mind, speech, touch. Dhatu, it also contains 5 types. Skin, flesh, muscle, bone, and marrow. Adhyatma, objects that are internal and subtle. Pankta sets of 5. Now we are coming to 10th section and 10th Anuvaka. After ensuring that the details regarding right thinking and right actions as per the details given in the previous Anuvaka have been strictly followed, divine visions and intuitive knowledge of the truth which leads to moksha occur to him. By now, the sadhaka is free from all kinds of desires. The Anuvaka contains a statement by enlightened sage Trishanku describing his spiritual experiences. The Rishi has seen in his divine vision the mantra which describes his spiritual experiences. The recitation of this mantra leads to purity and spiritual progress. The aspirant should repeat this mantra with faith and devotion. 11th section, Anuvaka 11. In this Anuvaka, the Guru gives the final instructions to the students who have completed their study under the preceptor. The Guru exhorts the disciple, speak the truth, Satyam Vada, do your duty, Dharmanchara, never swerve from the study of Vedas, Vedanna Pramadidhavyam, do not cut off the thread of the offspring. After completing the studies, the students return home to embrace the householder's life with grihasthashrama, which is the proper place for the discharge of worldly duties. 12th section, 12th Anuvaka. The 12th section contains a peace chant at the end of Sikshavalli. Now we are coming second Brahmananda Valli. The second chant Brahmananda Valli provides us with the essence of the entire Taittiriya Upanishad. In the first chapter, Sikshavalli, the students were initiated into different methods of concentration in the pursuit of Brahma Vidya. In the second chapter, the teacher leads them into the process of self-discovery. He is the individual seeker himself. The different layers surrounding this core in the form of con- concentric circles are analyzed and laid open with a view to make the seeker aware of his innermost real identity, or, in other words, to make him recognize his own personality. For the purpose of this scientific analysis, the Upanishad of the first time in the Vedanta literature considers the individual as an entity consisting of five different sheaths of matter, each covering the other with varying degrees of grossness, the outermost being the grosset. This theory in technical language is known Pancha Kosha or five sheaths. Before we take up the mantras proper, a bird's eye view of the Pancha Kosha analysis is presented below to make the subject easier to follow. The personality of a complete man comprises of five layers, which are referred to in Vedanta as Pancha Kosha. Kosha means a covering or a sheath. Pancha Kosha means the five sheaths. The scabbard of the sword, even though it covers the sword from one's side. The scabbard is always different from the sword and does not affect the sword in any way. Similarly, the soul or the self is covered by the five sheaths. Hence, the self or the soul is generally referred to as the indweller. The chapter starts with a peace chant. This prayer is for a mutual good feeling between the preceptor and the disciple. Now, in Brahmanandavalli, section 1, Anuvaka 1. In this section starts with the declaration that the knower of the Brahman attains the supreme. Brahma vidapnoti param. In reference to that is the following hymn repeated: Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Brahman is truth, knowledge, and infinity. This sentence defines the nature of the Brahman and also exhausts the definition of Brahman. It is to be noted, thus these adjuncts are defining the Brahman and not qualifying him. The qualifying adjuncts serve to distinguish the object from all others of the same species. On the other hand, the defining adjuncts aim to distinguish the thing from all else in the old world. Also, these three words are not connected with each other, but are independent of each other. That is, Satyam is Brahman, Jnanam is Brahman, and Anantam is Brahman. That's why Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Satyam refers to him as changeless. It contrasts changing forms are referred to as Vikara. The word Jnana refers to knowledge or abstract or absolute consciousness. By infinite is meant where one sees nothing else and knows nothing else. In reference to the individual being, this pure consciousness is called Pratyagatman, the inner soul. Again, in reference to the universe, it is called Brahman or Paramatman. From the Brahman was born Akasha. Akasa is that thing which has a sound as its attribute and affords space for all objects that have a form. From the Akasa comes into being Vayu, Akashad Vayu, Vayo Ragni, Agne Rapaha, Adya Prudivyam, Prudivyam Oshadayaha, Oshadibhyo Annam. The order. The air with two properties. A. The property of touch, which is its own. The property of sound belonging to Akasha. From Vayu, means the air, is born fire, having three attributes of color or form, which is its own. From fire came water, which has four attributes: taste, which is its own, and the three preceding attributes of sound, touch, and form. From water came earth, with five attributes: smell, which is its own together, with four preceding ones of taste, sound, touch, and form. It is true that all creatures without exception are modifications of food, and all of them are descended from Brahman. Yet human beings among them are an exception from other creatures. Why? 1. Human beings alone are qualified and entitled to perform karma and acquire knowledge. 2. He alone is competent to follow spiritual teachings. 3. He alone seeks God. 4. He is endowed with intelligence, reason, judgment, and discrimination. 5. He thinks, reasons, reflects, and meditates. 6. He knows what is good and what is evil, what is right and what is wrong. 7. Man alone wishes to attain the innermost Brahman by knowledge. 8. By meditating upon koshas, one after another, he realizes their true nature. 9. The Shruti tries to lead the aspirant from the grossest aspect to subtler and subtler aspect until he can grasp the subtlest, the innermost Atman. For the purpose of analysis, the Shruti considers the individual as an entity consisting of 5 different shades, each covering the other with a varying degree of greatness, the outermost being the grossest. Technically, these are referred to as Pancha Koshas. 2 section Anuvaka 2. All creatures born on earth are products of food. After they are born, they live and grow by food. At the end, they are dissolved or absorbed in food. This is a cycle. For this reason, food is called Jeshtam, the first cause of all living beings. Food is also referred to as Sarva Aushadam, a cure for everything. If a person worships on all food as Atman, he will obtain all food. The exposition of the first of the koshas, the Annamaya kosha, is completed. The Shruti proceeds to show that the individual soul is identical with Brahman, who is within and beyond the 5 sheaths, starting from Annamaya kosha down to Anandamaya kosha. These sheaths are different layers of our personality: Guna, Akasha sound, Vayu sound touch, Agni sound touch form, Apaha sound touch form taste, Prithvi sound touch form taste smell. When we are at the grass level, we become thoughtful and imaginative. When we are at the intellectual level, we enjoy intellectual pursuits. For all these, we need some external support. But when we are at the level of bliss, there is nothing but bliss. Nothing supports that bliss. We are completely absorbed within ourselves. We are not aware that we have a body or mind or intellect. The Annamaya Kosha is also referred to as Stula Sharira. The body is called Annarasa, the essence of food, because it is the personification of what we eat and which gets transformed into muscles, bones, etc. श्रियकान्ताय कल्याणनिधये निधयेत्थिनां श्रीवेङ्कटनिवासाय श्रीनिवासाय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलाशासनपरैर्मदाचार्यपुरोगमैः सर्वैश्च पूर्वैराचार्यैः सत्कृतायास्तु मङ्गलम्.